This is assignment 12, penalty points. It's to be found on page 67 of chapter 2. So what we basically have is a table of driver names, provinces and penalty points, and then we have two little tables that we're going to use COUNTIF to establish how many drivers acquired penalty points in each province, and the number of drivers that received 12 or more penalty points, 10 or more penalty points, or 8 or more penalty points. So question 1 says, calculate the number of drivers from Leinster, Munster and Connaught. So into F4, I'm going to use COUNTIF. So I go to FX, which is just beside the formula bar, and I'll type in COUNTIF and press go. And the list that comes up has COUNTIF in it, and I will highlight COUNTIF and say OK. And I will look in the range B4 to B12 for the criteria, which is the province that's just beside where I'm typing. But the range will need to be an absolute cell reference because we're going to copy the formula down. So it's $B $4 colon $B $12. And in that range, we want to look for the name of the province. And we'll find that name in the cell beside where we're inputting the function. And so that would be E4. And that must not be absolute because we want that to change to E5 on the next row and to E6 on the following row. And once we have that function inputted correctly, we will copy it down. Now we look at question 2. Calculate the number of drivers with 12 or more points, 10 or more points, and 8 or more points. So in actual fact, I'm going to use the function 3 times here. So for the first one, I'll go up and get my FX for my dialog box. Type in COUNTIF, click on Go, and choose COUNTIF from the resulting list. And this time the range is where the penalty points are, so it's C4 to C12. Now I'm not going to copy this function down, so there's no point in putting the dollar signs on the C4 to C12. The criteria then is 12 or more, so that's greater than or equal to 12. And we click OK. And we get 5 drivers with 12 or more points. So then I go on to F10. And I'm going to use the COUNTIF function again. So up beside the formula bar, click FX to get the insert function dialog box. We used COUNTIF a minute ago, so it's actually there in the list already. So we'll click on COUNTIF and click Go. Again, the range is from C4 to C12. And the criteria this time is greater than or equal to 10. I'll vote for that. And then in F11, we're going to insert a function again. So FX to get the dialog box for insert function. We used COUNTIF a second ago, so there it is still. And we say OK. Our range is C4 to C12. And the criteria this time is greater than or equal to 8. And we say OK. That's question 2 done. Question 3 says format the data as shown. So the main heading is bold. And the headings on the tables are also bold. And then save the spreadsheet.